If you're watching this video, it's likely that you're a coordinator or in some position of leadership and you've been asked to provide a list of preferred staff for next year's classes that are in your portfolio. When you access the site, you'll be taken to your dashboard. You probably know already that you have read-only access to current classes in your learning area or on your campus, depending on what your specific role is, under Current Grid in the Current menu. Now let's have a go at staffing next year's classes in the Planner Grid under the Planner menu. The Planner Grid is like a draft grid, so don't worry about making errors. Nothing in here flows through to next year's timetable until the timetabler activates it. So in the Planner Grid, you should see a list of the classes that you've been asked to staff. Choose a class. In this case, I'm going to choose Unit 1 and 2 History. You can see the prediction is that 2 history classes will run at Year 11 next year. If you want a class added or removed from the list, contact your timetabler and they can tend to this. Click in any of the teacher cells. Here you'll see all the information you need to help you staff this class. Teachers at this school have completed a staff intention survey within the site, so we can see that no one has selected this class with their first preference. But one teacher has selected it with her 8th preference and another has selected it with her 2nd preference. In this column, we can see which teachers have had this subject in the past. Let's say you want Jared here to take this class, but you're worried that he might not want to take it. Let's type part of Jared's name into the full staff list. We can see that Jared's name is in red. This means that he hasn't yet completed the survey. If a staff member's name is in grey, it means they're tagged as a non-teaching member of staff. The fastest way to staff the grid is with the keyboard, so I'll show you this first from start to finish. So I'll delete this here and I'll press cancel and we'll come back into the class. When you enter a class, you'll see the cursor is flashing up here in the search for teachers bar. Start typing the name of a person you'd like to take this class. I'll type GE for Jared and I'll tab down to Jared's name. Press the number 1 on your keyboard and they'll be allocated to term 1. Press 1 again if you've made a mistake and they'll be removed. Press 1, 2, 3, 4 and the teacher will go into each term. Let's press save to commit this change. For a semester-based class up here, you may only need to press the numbers 1 and 2 if it runs in terms 1 and 2, or in the case of this history class, if you wanted, say, Andrew here to take this class, you would need to press 3 and 4. Instead of clicking save, we can merely press enter and the change is committed to the database. You can, as you've seen here, use a combination of the mouse and the keyboard, but once you're in a class, if you have clicked in one of these columns and you want to type a teacher's name, you will need to click again in the search for teachers bar. Let's allocate Georgina to this class here by pressing the numbers 3 and 4 once her name is green and pressing enter. Once your teachers appear in the grid, there's nothing left to do. The site autosaves your data and the timetabler can access the information when they next hit the page.